Alrighty, we are live. Hello,
Woo!
Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome.
So Sarah is my amazing Polytec rep. I call on you all the time when I need product advice and different samples like ASAP. So you're a
I'm like, I'm
godsend.
there. I've got you.
Especially right now when, you're the only contact, I really have is, I need samples. So
Yeah, no, that's all right. I was, as I was saying a bit earlier to you, I think in the week that it's my outing now. So
yep, it's nice to see the postman and get your outing for the week.
Yeah, correct.
So what I wanted to chat to you today about is just talking to everybody about the different finishes that Polytec has to offer.
Yep.
So I wanted, this particular topic is a question that is asked quite a lot with my clients actually. When we're selecting colours and finishes for kitchens and bathrooms, there's so many different options.
Yeah.
Based on colour and look, but then also price as well, and what are the actual technical differences. So I thought, why not get the expert in and actually go through some of those in really simple terms. I think once you get the head around the different finishes, then when it comes time to selecting colours for your kitchen or your bathroom renovation, you know what to select from, whether it be the colour or your budget. So
correct. Yeah.
Maybe do you want to start? We can chat a little bit about the different finishes on offer, and then if anyone has any questions, please pop them in the comments below. I'll check on my phone as a live sort of feed, and we'll answer them when we can.
Yeah, easy. All right. So I guess to start with, so I might just cover quickly because there's probably a lot of confusion in the market between laminate and then board. Yep. So especially if there's any maybe interior designers who have logged on, there can be confusion around specifying. So yep. I might just set it straight now, just because then as I'm talking, I'm going to be using some terms interchangeably and I don't want to confuse anyone.
Great.
So pretty much what happens in a kitchen is you've got your cupboard doors. So probably like what you can see behind me here. This is generally what is called pre-finished board. Mm-hmm. So what happens is the cabinet maker will receive the board pretty much all finished up. So what they use on edging is what we call edge tape.
Yep.
Okay. And this can be made in different thicknesses. So generally it's 16 or 18 mil for your cupboard doors. Mm-hmm. Or, if you're doing a wardrobe or anything like that, it'll probably be 25 or 32 mil.
Yep.
So comes pre-finished, front and back is going to have the colouring on it. Mm-hmm. Then you've got what's called laminate. Okay. Now this is where everyone gets confused because everyone thinks that their doors are laminated up.
Yeah.
But these are two separate products. They're very similar, but your laminate, I guess, is just that bit more durable for bench tops.
Yeah.
So this is designed for your horizontal applications.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one's laminating up a door. Like,
yeah, sure.
No cabbie is sitting there going laminate. Like
yeah, it's all. It's coming to the factory already done in boards.
Yeah. Correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise it'd be a very expensive process. So
sure.
Yeah. So when it comes to your different finishes, I'd say that matte would be our entry level point.
Yep.
It's just your basic matte doors.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we put a timber print on them as well, but there's not going to be any texture on that. Okay. So that would probably be your entry level.
Mm-hmm.
We've got so many finishes in our range. We've got something like legato. That's a nice soft velvety feel.
Yep.
And then we've got our wood mats.
Yep.
Now I'm holding the laminate version up of this because we make this finish in both laminate and the board for the doors.
Sure.
So if you ever wanted to maybe repeat a look throughout your home, so you might want a laminated bench top, and then in another room you wanted your doors to tie in. I don't know, you're the designer, so you probably know.
Yeah. Or you could do like floating shelves in a kitchen. The timber is matching the cabinets.
Correct. Yeah. So this particular finish, the wood mat, that comes in both the board and the doors.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got another texture. Now let me just say, I didn't realize how many samples I've actually got in my boot.
So you had to get them all out?
Yeah, I know. There's a lot. We've got another finish called Ravine.
Yeah.
This is very similar to the wood mat, but it's probably a little bit more indented.
Yeah.
So I actually don't think I've got a Ravine larger one on me. The small will probably be a bit.
And I love using both of those finishes because they are so realistic. So if you're wanting that timber veneer sort of look, either Ravine or the wood mat, you would not know the difference.
No.
Like, if you're wanting to do timber cabinetry.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
For sure, especially the wood mats. I reckon that they probably mimic a timber veneer really well. I'll show you actually. So this is a wood mat door. Yeah. So that probably looks like, I know the lighting is probably a bit reflective, but that looks like a timber veneer. Yeah. And if you didn't know, you wouldn't know the difference. No. Not when it or anything. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that's I guess maybe more so like your entry level type of finishes. We then can go into something called ultra matte. Yep. A little bit hard to tell again, probably through the screen, but this is an acrylic. So this could almost mimic a 2-pack finish. Yep. Okay. Now we don't call it anti-finger mark because it's I guess it's not designed as that, but I would say it's very close to. Yep. Yeah. So this particular one is called ultra matte. And then if you wanted this material in a high gloss, we've got ultra glaze. Yeah. Okay. So what would be the difference for someone if they are tossing up between 2-pack and an ultra matte? What are the differences, you think? So the difference would be, 2-pack paint, obviously, you can color match to absolutely anything. You can get like a deluxe color and match it. That would probably be the main difference. Obviously with the ultra glaze or ultra matte, it's just what we've got on range. Yeah. However, if you find that maybe a 2-pack door gets chipped in the process, to color match that paint again, you'll have to make sure your color levels are exactly the same as your initial first batch. Otherwise that door will be off. Whereas if something like this gets damaged on install, we've got the paper ready to go to press onto it. Yeah. So I would say durability wise, it's still brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. If anything, this is probably in some of my colleagues' opinions, very durable because it is an acrylic. So yeah. They actually really love using this product or, suggesting this product. So and the feel of it, it's like a nice satiny feel. Yeah, it's quite silky, isn't it? It is. Yeah. And then if you wanted to go next level up of that, this would probably be I call it our premium product. So this is Vignette. Yep. Okay. Now Vignette is, see how you can actually even tell, I'm going to just compare in the light. See how this is very reflective? Yep. Okay. Even though it's matte, it's quite reflective. And see how this is much less reflective. So this is ultra, I guess it's like I won't say ultra matte because this is ultra matte, but super matte. Okay. So it's got like a really sort of, not chalky, but like velvety sort of finish, isn't it? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I would call it a velvety feel. Yep. And it's anti-finger mark. So like, can't really, pretty good, especially like when you're I promise you it's working. Okay. Here's one I prepared earlier. Yeah, so even tonight, I mean, for example, these were sitting in my boot, and so, the boot can get a little bit messy. Literally all you need to do, microfiber cloth, a little bit of water, and just wipe it down, and it's good. A lot of people tend to add cleaning products, obviously, to the cloth, and then they add that to the doors. You're really just then adding another layer of oil. So it's just this, get a microfiber cloth, warm water. Okay. And this is very good. So this has been a big hit for us. We've launched 2 new colors recently. And there'll probably be more coming probably in September. Okay. So I'll have to keep you updated on that. But great. It's very nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So that's probably for doors. There's probably a new one. So you've probably seen Matera. Matera is like a chalky feel as well. This is again for bench tops. Yep. So I know a lot of people probably tend to go for stone, but if you ever working maybe on a budget conscious project, or maybe you want to put the laminate in your laundry,
Yep.
Matera has a very nice natural feel to it.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. One more in the laminates, which I think is
Mhm.
very nice, sorry, is the smooth finish. So,
Oh.
yeah, this is...
It's very realistic, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
nice.
yeah, very nice, soft, smooth finish. So, it's come a long way from your traditional plastic
Laminate. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep,
That's
sure.
great. All right.
Yep.
And so when we're using cabinetry for the kitchens, how do you create a handleless look? So, you know, I know you can do it a number of ways, but
yep,
you've got a door profile, is that right?
we do. So we've got what's called an aluminium finger pull.
Do you want me to share some of those slides? Will that help?
Yeah, maybe that will just help. Yeah.
All right. Let's share the screen. 2 seconds. Okay.
Yep.
Can you see that?
So, yeah, yep. So that top one there is the finger pull.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can see, you see that, I guess, flat vertical part going down at the top.
Yep.
That part will be coloured in your colour preference, you know, in a pre-finished board colour.
Mm-hmm.
And so will that front bit as well.
Which is your door, is that right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Some people get a bit creative and they might actually change the colour of that top vertical part as well.
Yep. And create like a shadow line or something.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. See in that right image at the bottom.
Yeah.
Almost to achieve that look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Looks quite well.
It does, yep. So obviously the image on the left is the aluminium finger pull. So, excuse me, you can get that in the aluminium type colour or a black.
Okay.
Yeah, which looks nice and seamless. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the one below is what we call a beveled edge door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's got that 45-degree angle cut.
Yes.
And then it just gives enough room to get your fingers in and pull that drawer or door out without having to use a handle.
Okay. And can you use that beveled edge door in any of the finishes that you just listed, like the melamine?
Yes, you can, but we would have to always check if every colour is available.
Okay. Yeah.
So what happens is that cut is a 45-degree cut, and obviously we will need to have edge tape thick enough to cover that cut.
Sure.
So that's where we just have to make sure. So on the website, if we go to products and open up beveled edge doors, that will tell us the colours that we can have that door in.
Great. It's really easy to follow there.
Yeah, very easy to follow. Sometimes you might get a really good cabinet maker who might cut that edge himself. But he'd probably be charging you probably a lot more for it. Work.
It's good to know.
Yeah. And as long as he can source edge tape, that is that's right. But that's that's the cut there.
Yeah, great.
So from the front, that will be your door. Yeah. Then you just do that.
Okay.
And that's the edge there.
Yep. Okay. And let's chat about vinyl wrap, because Polytec is known for vinyl wrap. One of the best on the market, I believe.
Yeah.
Lots of cabinet makers love to use it over different brands. So maybe let's chat a little bit more about vinyl wrap and the difference. I mean, 2-pack anyway, we know 2-pack is like a car. You know, you spray it in paint. Like you said, Sarah, you can match it to any Dulux colour. So if you're after something particular, then 2-pack, yes, is your option.
Yeah.
But if you're after probably longevity, vinyl wrap's probably a great option, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. So we call this range thermolaminated doors and panels. So in case you're looking on the website and you can't find it, so you just look under your thermolaminated doors and panels.
Yep.
And this is actually how the business started. So our owners, John and Michael Borg, they were kitchen cabinet makers.
Okay.
And they imported a thermolaminate press from Germany back in the day. And then pretty much the business snowballed from there.
Wow.
As the story goes, I'm told. And it's it's pretty amazing because they were, I guess, one of the first to have this machine in Australia. And then it just took off. So Thermolaminate, I'll just show you. So what happens is, and I'll just explain. I'll just grab the right board. Okay. So let's just say this is our board that we're starting with.
Yep.
If I had to route a pattern out of this,
Mhm.
I'm going to have raw MDF underneath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
So
when you're saying a pattern, like if you want a shaker door profile, or
Yeah.
if you want lines through it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what we need to do is we actually need to route the pattern when the door is raw. So when there's no color on it,
Mhm.
and then we, I guess, laminate or like contact paper almost, and we heat this pattern or this paper onto that routed pattern.
Yep.
And then you get that effect. So this is
And
our
it takes on the shape of that profile.
Yeah. So that's a Calcutta door.
Yep.
Super popular. Just, the simple routed lines, but quite effective. Yeah.
Really
Very
is.
effective. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you want to, try and achieve maybe a Hamptons look, or a provincial type kitchen. So this is a Hampton door.
Yep.
It's one of the newer ones as well that we've got.
Nice.
Then you can achieve that. Yeah.
Great.
And again, it's selected colors, but we've got quite a few on the range, and we're working on more wood mats as well.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another feature we've changed up on these doors. So see if this one has it. Okay. Behind this door, so you can't really tell with the color, but this is what we call oyster grey.
Yes.
It's a bit of a grey color.
Mm-hmm.
And the back of the door is white.
Yep.
So we're just using our white melamine board, and then we're covering the front. But with the wood mats, we've now got what we call a studio range. So we're actually getting the wood mat board, and then we're covering the front with the thermo. So the back of your door matches the front.
That's nice. When you open it up, it's quite seamless and gives it a really high-end look.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's a bit of a game changer because we've always just done them on the plain matte doors. But now you can actually match it through. So I should, clarify that it will still be a matte finish on the back. There's no texture feel, but at least your colour's matching.
Yeah. And is that like when you order vinyl wrap, once this is available, is that just a standard, or you have to specify that you want the same colour on the inside?
Yeah. For the wood mats, it will be a standard.
Yeah.
So it's part of our studio range. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So that's just a nice little feature there. And yet you get a 7-year warranty as well. So some people get a little bit nervous around the whole wrap peeling off. That shouldn't happen if around your ovens and anywhere hot, your cabinet maker is using the heat deflectors.
Yes.
Okay, so if he's using that, then you're covered under your warranty. So so 7 years.
If you've got overheads, there's that specific distance away from that heat source that should be fine.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So then you're covered just for that peace of mind.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Now maybe we can go. I'm just going to check in and see if we're going with questions. Okay. Vilma asked, can all the finishes be made into a shaker door?
No. So always check on the website under thermolaminated doors and panels what colours that we will do in it. So so I know she asked finishes, but for example, let's use Ravine as an example. I think there's maybe like a handful or a couple of Ravine colours that we've actually got in thermolaminated doors and panels. So just always check. You can't just pick a colour from our range and expect it to be in that range, because what happens is it's a different paper that goes on top of this. So that needs so that needs to be developed. And if we develop one and it doesn't look the same as, I don't even know if these are the same, but if it doesn't look the same as the board, they're not going to release it. So they want to make sure it's an exact match. Oh, another thing I didn't cover on the thermolaminated doors and panels, because you might actually want a flat profile. You might not really care.
No pattern or
no pattern. The reason why you would go for thermo as well is there's no edge tape. So I'll probably show you on the oyster grey. It's probably a little bit easier to see. So see how that just is edged just so neatly.
Same. Yeah. There's no, you don't see any dark line around the edges. Yeah.
Yeah.
That you would with the melamine door.
Yeah. I mean, not that the ABS edging is terrible. You can't really.
It's really improved over the years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not so thick, is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a 1 mil edge tape. So it's quite thin and light. But there are still some people that, you know, it does bother them. So thermo is actually a good option. You can get a plain profile and then you get that wrap without the edge tape. Yeah. So that's another feature.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jenny's actually one of my clients. Hey, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
She wants to know, of the choices, what's the most durable?
I would probably say,
I'd imagine.
Yeah. I would just say much the same. Yeah, they're both applied with heat. And
so you're talking about vinyl wrap or like all the others?
Yeah.
Melamine boards?
Definitely. I wouldn't even say that there is a difference. We haven't been, you know, told or it's not like we get any customer service feedback to say that, you know, this one's really bad over this one. Yeah. Because they're all made with, I guess, applying heat. So really it would come down to personal preference. Yeah. And don't forget as well, like it's your doors going vertically down. So it's not like you're resting anything on them. Like you're literally just pulling the handle to open the door. You know, the most I've heard of is maybe if dogs jump on with their claws and scratch. But I think anything is gonna, you know, wear with that over time. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the vignette finish, that's the fingerprint. I find that finish is brilliant if you're wanting a dark kitchen. Yeah. And you know, you don't want to see those fingerprints, especially if you've got no handles or push to open attachments. That finish is perfect. So I think it all depends on the design you're trying to go for and the color, and that will really help you decide on what finish, I think. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
That's how I come about, like if a client, you know, wants to design a kitchen, well, first we'll go through the look and the feel they're trying to create. And then with that information, I can then decide what product is going to suit based on that.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you're going to have, I mean, not that you can't use vignette with handles, but, you know, if they didn't really care for the anti-finger mark because they're using door handles, then you could, you know, go for the regular matte or go for a legato. Yeah. So yes, really determining, I guess, the look you're trying to achieve. Yeah. And lifestyle as well, you know. Yeah, that's a big one too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's maybe go into a few different looks. You know, so we're chatting a little bit about Hamptons and like a contemporary style and maybe something a bit more traditional. And what product you suggest that can work for that. So I'll bring up maybe some images.
Yeah.
Let's share my page. Alrighty. Okay. Everyone can probably see that now. How does that look?
It is, it's up there.
Great.
Yeah. So, definitely I think for a Hampton style, that thermo-laminated doors and panels is going to achieve that because then you can have those routed patterns. Yeah. And there's definitely like a lot of greys in our range too. So, and whites. So, blossom white actually is a really nice color, especially when it's teamed up with stone. Yep. Because it's not a stark white. Yeah. So if you are looking for a thermo laminated color to look good with a stone benchtop, blossom white, I tend to find is my go-to of suggestions. It just makes the stone stand out a little bit more. Yeah.
So that profile, I think on my right, hopefully everyone else it's the same as well. So that's like a shaker door profile that you'd get for a Hampton style. And then the one on the left, like I'd even say like that's quite contemporary as well, having that Calcutta profile, which is the vertical paneling too. That looks beautiful.
Yeah. And the good thing about Polytec is we're Australian made and Australian owned. So sometimes you get those little curly questions of, can I change the routing or can I adjust this or adjust that? And a lot of the time it's possible. Okay. You know, so for example, with those Calcutta lines, if you've got a larger panel above your head and you want it to tie in with a panel below.
Like the lines, for example.
Yes, you'll need to adjust those lines.
And you can do that because it's everyone made here.
Yes. So, or you would have to specify the width you need in between each. Depending on how much you're altering the profile, there might be an extra cost involved, but it's possible.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. And I love how you can use multiple profiles as well in the one kitchen, like that profile, the kitchen on the left, you've got the Calcutta profile to hide the fridge, the pantries, and then the rest of the kitchen is just plain. And that's great because it really shows off the paneling on that back wall, and your eye just settles and rests for the rest of the kitchen.
Yeah, I agree. I think
really well.
Yeah, especially if you've got a very elaborate routed door, it could be a nice feature. And rather than doing your whole kitchen in it, make it the feature of your kitchen.
Yeah.
Because your eyes are going to be drawn to it. So, so there's so many options. Even I think that first image, I know it's not thermolaminated doors and panels, but above on the overhead there was the Avellino door.
Should I go back?
Yes. I'm wondering if it's the first slide.
This one?
It's the very first image. Oh, actually, I think it could be in the second slide as well, even second or third slide.
No, I might stop sharing. Hang on.
And I'll hold it up.
Give all our secrets away just yet.
Yes, sorry, I could be jumping ahead myself.
No, all good. This is, it's raw, it's real.
It's live.
I've got my little puppy in the background praying to God she doesn't do anything. But, look what she's done. It's a toy, it looks like snow in here. But anyway, whatever we need to do to get the show on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so this photo?
Yes.
Okay.
So see how, part of that kitchen, you've got your overheads and the pantry in the Avellino, and then you've got your lower cabinetry in a plane with a shadow line. Like this thing, if I had to explain that to you, you'd think, oh gosh, it sounds like there's a lot going on, but it actually all ties in and works well, works quite well together. So so that's an Avellino door. So we do that out of our wood mat range.
Okay. I might actually stop sharing because you've got the profile there, don't you? It looks quite good. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I think that would look great for overheads, and then your base cabinets can be a contrasting plain colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a contemporary sort of feel.
Yeah. I think I might have put an image in there of it used on a larger door, which looks great. Like, almost like a wardrobe door and then on the railing. So I think it's the slide where I show you how it gets pieced together.
Sorry, I'm just...
No, take your time.
I'm gonna go through the slides, and then if we come through it, we will. You can.
Sorry, it's probably me. I think I jumped around there.
Oh, good. All right, so it's not this one.
Yes, it is that one.
Okay, great.
Yes. So that door, the center image is the door on a larger scale.
Oh, so it can actually look like an internal door, like that size as well. That's cool for like contemporary looking barn doors, I guess. Hey.
Yeah, that's what we call them. So a barn door, or a pantry door. I think it looks quite nice.
That's great. Can you hinge that, or it's just sliding?
Well, it's 16 mil thick, so I think as long as you got your mechanisms that will allow you to do what you need to do, I'm sure there should be something on the market. We'll need the mechanism supplier to come on next and tell us. So, but yeah, I'm sure there'd be something on the market where you could hinge that door.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I probably should have clarified. Are you saying like hinging to fling out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Because it's only 16 mil thick.
Yeah.
So
cool.
as long as like you're using the appropriate hinges and the door weight and stuff, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then that third image is just how it gets pieced together. So it's
so it's all separate 3 different pieces, is it? Or more? 5. Yeah.
3. It's got
Yeah.
the 2 on the side, and yeah, so it's just all in the wood mat range, and they've just cut it in such a way that it can just clip in together.
Okay. Is it like, where does it sit in terms of cost? Is it something you wouldn't do the whole kitchen in?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. There wouldn't be a square meter rate.
Yeah.
It's going to depend on the panel size.
Sure.
Yeah. So I would say it'll probably sit. I do want to say maybe mid range.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to clarify that.
All good. All right. Let's go into the next. So we've spoken about wood mat. That's the wood mat ravine. So it looks like veneer. It's just beautiful.
Yes. Also, as well, if say if probably more so for the specifiers out there, but even someone who is looking at this timber grain look for their own home, on our website you can view the full sheet design.
Yep.
And I would highly recommend that, especially we've got some colours that are very planky, and some people love it and some people get surprised by it. And then we've got other colours that, to mimic, I guess, a timber look, we've put knots through it.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, so you just check it.
Yeah. So what's that one on the left there? That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's actually a ravine. That's a soft walnut.
Oh,
yeah.
I've seen that one before. I like that.
It's very nice. That's been used in Own World, which is a showroom in Collingwood.
Okay.
Yeah. So they put that as wall paneling. They just literally press the sheets onto the wall, and then they made really cute little lanterns or pendant lightings out of our wood mat.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah. So that was Dow Jones who put that together.
Very clever. I like that.
Very creative. Yep.
Very, very clever.
Yeah. And then in the right image, that would be natural oak.
Yeah, that's a such a great go-to.
Yeah.
I love using that one.
If I got $1 for every time I delivered natural oak.
It's a sure thing because the colour's perfect and it's very realistic.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Warm, so. Yeah. Okay. What do we've got? So legato, Vanette, and ultra matte.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So that's probably more to create a very soft, airy feel. Yeah. Legato has a very nice velvety texture. Not even, I shouldn't say texture. There's no texture on it. Matte finish to it. It's very soft. It almost feels like the Vanette. Yep. But we don't make it in any dark colours. It's just, some nice lighter colours.
Yeah. And that's more cheaper, less expensive, than Vanette.
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So at least there's, if you're trying to get that look, but, their budget's going out, there is a less expensive alternative, which is great.
Yeah, there's alternatives. Even for example, if you want a wood grain look, but you don't want to pay for the texture, we create some wood grains in a matte finish. So, so it's going to look like matte. Probably even what's behind me. I don't know if you can see on the screen. That's okay. It looks like timber, but it's got a matte finish. So that will be cheaper than having the texture going through. Yeah. The finish. So there's definitely options. I think if you just get a little bit creative, then
Great, cool. All right. So getting that really ultra contemporary feel, what products do you recommend here?
I would probably, the ultra matte has been something very popular lately, again because it's got that acrylic finich on it. It's not high gloss. Sorry, the ultra glaze is high gloss, but the ultra matte, it's that nice matte soft feel. So that's definitely been quite popular. For something a little bit more contemporary, I know a lot of people have gone, like you're saying, the natural oak is their go-tos, blossom white, those soft timbery looks like that soft walnut or even bleached walnut. I'm just trying to think what else has been super popular lately. Definitely the wood mats.
And like lots of these images here, like curves are definitely in.
Curves are so in at the moment. Yeah.
But I think it's probably a trend, but I think it's such an organic shape that I think it's going to last a very long time.
Yes.
So, whether you're wanting to, introduce curve to your island bench or, like that bottom right in the vanity, like that's stunning. That's just a nice way to add warmth, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the next slide, Melissa, has some of that, and I'll show you. So in order to achieve curves.
Yeah, is that it?
Next one, I think I'm seeing the legato screen still.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And yes, that one. Oh,
yep. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Yep. Cool. So the good thing about laminate is it can be flexed.
Yes, okay.
So as I was explaining before, with the board, it's pre-finished. You can't bend that. Like that's MDF. It's just a flat panel, and it gets, it's got the color front and back.
There's no door. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, straight. So that bottom right image with the curved vanity.
Yep.
What they've done there is they've actually laminated that up. So someone has curved the substrate. They've curved the base or the foundation of it. Yep. And then they've just laminated up that curve because laminate can be flexed.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. And then even that bottom left image, that's a cute little coffee cart.
I love that color. That's great.
Yeah, that's part of our metallic leaf range.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So that's been very popular, especially more so maybe in a commercial space.
Yeah.
Where people are a little bit more, I guess, brave to go a bit more crazy.
Yeah, it can be a bit more daring.
Yeah. However, that very first image where you could see the shadow line and the beveled edge door, they've done that shadow line in one of our metallic leaf colors as well.
Okay.
So that might be on the other slide. That's okay. But yeah, so achieving those curves, that all they've done is laminated up that board.
Yep.
Yep. Top left-hand corner is another product, which again, if I got $1 for every time I went out for, which is
a great product.
Yeah.
So can you see this screen here, the sticker wood or not?
Yes. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Yep. So Steckerwood initially came out in square profiles.
Yeah.
I've got my samples here. So they initially came out in square profiles, and they are a pre-finished batten. Yeah. So it's a 3600 long batten. It's got an MDF core, and then it gets wrapped in a color. Right now, you can't just pick any color because obviously we got to make the paper in it. So we've got selected colors. So I think there's about 12 different colors and 7 different square profile sizes. So I've got one here. Okay. I've got a little
great.
But so this will come in a 3600 length, and then you just get it cut down to what you need. So so really popular for wall paneling, room dividers sometimes. Just making sure that you do keep it off the ground so you don't get your scuff marks and mop marks and things. And then a game changer is we've done it in now a half round. Yep,
I've got an image of that. I've got Lainey attacking me.
Oh.
Hopefully she doesn't knock the camera off.
You can show her.
Do you want to show her? All right, 2 seconds. Hang on. Cooperate, hang on.
Oh, yeah. She's so cute.
There we go. She's growing.
She's definitely growing.
6 months on Sunday.
Oh my goodness. She's so cute.
Hello.
But has she been going to puppy school?
Virtually. We do it via Zoom. And then she goes to puppy daycare. So
oh my God.
Around the corner from us, they have like a daycare for dogs. Cute. So it's a socialise, so that's been great.
Yeah. Cute. Yeah. But that image you put up before was the half round. So it was like a faded image. You know why? These are actually so new that I haven't seen them in a project yet, but I'm sure they're coming because I've been asked for a lot of samples. So they come in, the half round got initially launched in 2 sizes, and we've just launched a 3rd size.
Oh, hang on, I might stop sharing that so we can see that bigger. Okay.
Yep. So we've got,
nice.
we've got the large size, the small size. We've just launched, I don't even think I got a sample of it, a size in the middle of
That's
these
great.
2.
Yeah.
A bonus about this product is the colours we do it in come in pre-finished board. So if you got your board and then you got your matching, I'll just pull it out. You got your matching Stecker wood colour. So
That's
if you want to, if you want to, it looks really effective in black. Like they've just black background, and then they've placed the battens.
Yes, behind, in front.
Looks, very effective. So, and so it comes. It's all finished up. So the cabbie doesn't need to do anything. He literally just purchases the 3600 length batten. It all wraps. He just cuts it down. There's matching edge tape. So I have seen people do maybe a half batten, maybe around a desk area or something.
Or underneath an island bench or something. Looks brilliant.
Yep. And then any exposed edges you would just edge with matching edge tape. Yeah.
Nice.
So, these are real popular.
I like them. I think because it first started off in commercial spaces, but now like you're seeing it more residential. For island benches, like especially for an entry as well, you could do, or room divider.
Yep, for sure. Yep. There was a bit of a limitation because we had minimum order quantities, and there are some on some sizes and colours, but for the popular ones, you can. There's none of that. So it's definitely opened the gates for the residential market. Yeah.
Great. All right. Was there anything else you wanted to cover on the slides?
I think we got to the end. I was just going to say as well, I think I touched on it before, but Polytec being Australian made and owned. So super useful, especially for times like now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And super useful for when you got questions. You don't need to worry about a time zone difference. You can just call head office and get.
That's true.
And get that. So it's really good. Keeping manufacturing here in Australia. We manufacture all of our board here up on the central coast of New South Wales, and some in Mount Gambier. So just keeping manufacturing here. It's really good. Even our environmental, standards that can all be found on our website. Just everything like that. We're getting asked about all that more and more. We being a large company, we actually have to be held accountable to a lot of things. So all that can be found on the website. And we support as well the McGrath Foundation also. So great. The goal is to get a Polytec nurse on the road. So a nurse who is funded by us.
Yes.
And just to be that support for women who are facing breast cancer.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So actually on our website, you can actually, if you're looking for a cabinet maker and you don't know where to start, on our website, we've got the cabinet makers listed who support that foundation.
Oh, that's great.
So they support that through us. So they'll contribute a bit of their, delivery fee, or whatever they want to, they can donate. And they will put that towards putting a Polytec nurse on the road. So it's just a nice initiative.
We have one last question actually from Renee. Could you use the wood grain for a bathroom vanity?
Yes.
Now imagining like for like a bench top as well.
Yes. So Australian standards is you need to have moisture resistant board in kitchen and bathroom. And our board is moisture resistant. Okay, so it's moisture resistant board. Obviously, like I said at the start, you would laminate your vanity top, bench top, and we do that wood grain in laminate. So you're fine. You could do that. Some people want to do like have the doors matching the laminate so it looks like one chunk of timber. So that's possible. You can achieve that.
Thanks. Cool. Well, if there isn't any more questions, we might leave it at that. And then if there's any, if people are watching it later, on the replay, you know, feel free to comment below, and either Sarah or myself can get back to you. But thank you so much for coming on board tonight.
That's all right. Thanks for having me.
We'll have to do an in-person workshop, I think. Like something like this would be great to
touch
samples around. Yeah,
for sure. That would be fun.
Create mood boards and things like that. So
yeah, why not? Let's do it. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you again. You have a lovely weekend. And if anyone needs more info, they can go straight to the website because it's so handy. All the information's there.
Yeah, even I use the website. Sometimes I'm on the phone, I'm like, great question. Yes. So
any tool then.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you soon.
All right, take care. Bye. Bye.